Oh, the goggles.
This is really extreme.
This is I would say this is something that is not common in Singapore.
I am Yoshi.
I'm basically Andy.
Hi, my name is Simran.
My name is Theo.
At the beginning, mask wearing wasn't that big.
You have to wear masks if you go out.
We call it Singapore as a fine city. Fine as in money kind of fine. If you're caught not wearing mask, you're actually liable to be fined or be charged.
It became a thing in the UK as well. It became normal to wear masks.
Like, I feel like I'm naked when I don't have my mask on.
Tissue paper and masks.
Toilet papers.
Toilet roll.
The fight over toilet paper that went viral around the world.
I just want one pack.
It seems like it's a worldwide issue.
I would buy more ramen than toilet paper if I could choose one.
A lot of supermarkets announced that they would have certain times for the elderly to shop in the morning, as well as frontline workers.
对抗武汉肺炎，第一线医护人员除了防疫口罩、护目镜也不可少。现在除了传统的护目镜，也有越来越多款式可以选择。
This is I would say this is something that is not common in Singapore.
I think if you go to the airport, that's fine.
I guess the closest that we have in terms to the goggles is probably like a face shield. I would say mostly used by our lecturers.
There were two students who were wearing goggles, and when I saw both of them wearing that setup with the goggles, I got really scared.
Taiwanese are very strict with rules.
In Singapore, we have this term called kiasi. In English translation is afraid to die or afraid to get into trouble.
Everyone is so good at following rules.
We are quite cooperative whenever the government draw up any policy.
It's been a while since the outbreak happened in Korea. I'm pretty sure that people are getting used to it.
The first lockdown was different and strange for everyone.
We don't have friends. We cannot meet friends anymore.
There were a lot of people who broke their lockdown rules, went out when they weren't meant to, and a lot of people got fined, and they didn't really care if they got fined.
I blew up 3 months of my early 20s during quarantine.
We still need to wear masks as long as there are 2 people in the car.
Level 4 is awful. You cannot have a group more than 2 people after 6 p.m.
You need to use a QR code. So you scan the QR code and then that would bring you to a line group.
We are not allowed to actually eat in the restaurant. We are only allowed to actually take away. There is actually a social restriction, meaning to say that we can only gather up to 2 people max. We don't have to spend so much time traveling. I would say on average, if I were to travel to office, it would take me about an hour.
I used to work in a cram school and I need to meet kids a lot. But now because there are kids coughing in front of the screen and I feel very lucky I would never get sick.
Over time, it did get more daunting and straining.
For people who used to work outside and they think that's an escape for them because they can send their kids to cram school.
My family members are working from home as well at the same time. It was more chaotic.
For families, right, I would say we did go closer since we all stay in the same household.
My nan, she lives only an hour away, but I couldn't meet her as often as I would have liked to.
I just love seeing my friends. Some things I can do is just FaceTime with them or just drink while using Zoom.
There's also this kind of KTV app where we get together and try to sing our hearts out. At the start of the pandemic, most of us was a bit half-hearted, mostly because the vaccine was produced at a very fast rate and we are still very uncertain how effective it will be.
We're at a stage where people keep on asking for the vaccination. Government opened up this website for making reservations to get vaccination. There were so many people trying to get into this website.
I was kind of glad that I got the vaccination pretty early because I felt like I could move on with my life, even though lockdown was still occurring back then.
I think it is a key for bringing back the society.
I would rate 9.
6.
11.
8 or 9.
Taiwanese are reacting very fast and they're trying to get together and try to solve the problem immediately.
the government has really done their part to help curb the pandemic. They've also drawn out billions of dollars to support both individuals, companies, and businesses.
I want to travel a lot.
We can get to travel around, meet our friends, and meet our families.
I want to go to beach, I want to go to Kending, I want to eat stinky tofu.
Definitely playing soccer would be my first thing to do.
I just want to do everything that normal Taiwanese could do.
It's been such a long time since the pandemic first began, and it's changed a lot of things.
And hopefully in the near future, we are all able to, defeat this pandemic.
Keep your mask on all the time because that's important.
As long as we try to focus on the good part, we will soon be another paradise again.
You guys are already doing an amazing job.
There are better times to come.
So let's do this together.
加油!